One of the biggest questions before doing a property search is, what type of property do you want? Maybe a townhouse or single family home, maybe even a condo. But what are really the intrinsic differences between these properties, and which one's right for you really? I'm Stephen Michalakos, and these are my Thursday thoughts. Welcome back to another episode of Thursday Thoughts. This week we've got a really great show for you with three heavyweight contenders going up against each other. Townhouses, condos, and single family homes. What are the real differences between them, and what are you going to look for in your next property search? But before we get to that, as always, go ahead and show me some love right down below in the comments section and like and share button. The more you interact with this video, the more people comment and like and share and react to this video, the more Facebook and Instagram and soon YouTube will know to distribute my video to more fine viewers just like yourself and help us grow our channel. And a special thank you for supporting my videos. So if you've been watching some of my videos, you should know what a single family home is by this point. But what about townhouses and condos? Humor me if you will, close your eyes if you absolutely need to, and picture a condo development in good detail. Got it? Cool. Now do the same thing for a townhouse. Picture a townhouse development in good detail and picture it inside your mind. Ready? Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make a quick bet and say that you just pictured two completely different properties, at least visually, correct? Cool. If you did, this is the video for you. Keep watching. Let's get to today's topic. So why did I make you meditate for that 4.9 seconds? And the answer is quick and simple. Everyone thinks that a townhouse and a condo only share visual differences, right? So in this instance, I'd be willing to double down on my previous bet and say that you may have pictured a condo as just a high-rise building with some luxury amenities, a pool or something like that, or just a bigger development. And townhouses you likely pictured as just a bunch of row homes, maybe stapled together. As much as you're probably correct in the occurrence of how many condos are high-rises versus townhouses being row homes, there is actually no visual difference between the original definition of either of them. So we're gonna explore just a little bit of what the difference is between those two so we can kind of weigh what might be a good property for you if you're a first-time buyer or perhaps you're downsizing. One of these is gonna be a winner. And to kick off, one of the biggest differences between at least these two types of properties is a question that I pose to many of my potential buyer clients, which is, how much responsibility do you want in the next property that you own? See, like any other property that's available to plain consumers, vacant land or multifamily development or single family home, they all carry their own differences of what you need to expect as far as maintenance or fiscal concern really is, right? So the townhouse and the condo is no exception. They are not interchangeable terms. And in that, we have to figure out what you are going to be responsible for, because that, of course, in this is the main difference. The long and short of it is, in a condo, you only own the box that you live in, from the paint inward, from the floor to the ceiling. That is the confines of your deed. And in that deed, you'll typically have, maybe a parking space that you technically own, and the rest of that building, whether it be hallways or elevators or parking pads or driving areas or maybe a tennis court and amenity, you don't own that. The condo association does. And because you're not assuming that responsibility as a homeowner, the homeowners association or the condo association is going to charge you that money so that they can be responsible for it. So in a condo, you don't have to worry about your roof or your driveway or maybe the landscaping or anything like that, but you are paying somebody considerably more for them to take the responsibility away from you. Now, townhouses are the kind of opposite, if you will. Bear with me on this one. Townhouses are just like a condo, except you own all the intrinsics of that property. So that is your roof, and that is your driveway, and that is maybe your front lawn, and that is your porch, and you own things beyond your wall. You own things underneath your floor and above your ceiling. You own the attic. And that also makes you responsible for roof leaks or wood rot or any other thing that comes along with the joys of being a homeowner. The difference is you're able to save a little bit more money on that townhouse because you can shop for other vendors and take care of your lawn or DIY, whatever it is that you want to do, because you get to make the calls on every other exterior facet of that townhouse. Now, before you say, well, Stephen, that sounds just like a lot like having a single family home. Why would I elect to do a townhouse over a single family home if I'm just going to be responsible for all the same crap? Well, here's the long and short of this. On a townhouse, you still share walls with your neighbors, and you're compiling a bunch of resident homeowners on a considerable small amount of land, whether they're stacked up on top or side by side. So if the value is in land and you're in a high populated area and it's a little bit more desirable, it's technically a little bit more of an affordable way to live. So if you are starting out as a relative brand new homeowner and you're looking for something that has kind of the introductory level of a single family home without all of the land costs associated with it, you don't mind sharing those walls, and you still want to be able to maintain your own property the way you want to, a townhouse is for you. If you'd rather just sit back, or maybe it's a second home, or you really don't feel like dealing with roofs and maintenance people and all the rest of that stuff, maybe a condo is just your better bet, because all you have to worry about is the interior of your unit. And then you get to pay somebody else to worry about that stuff. So what do you think? I want to hear you in the comments down below. If you had to pick between a townhouse and a condo right now, considering the risk and responsibilities that you're willing to take on in this exact moment, I want to know what you would like to think about your next property, or just hypothetically which one you'd think you'd prefer. That was a pretty packed few minutes. I know I didn't really get to cover every facet of a condo and townhouse, so if there's something specific that you're wondering about either of those properties, or even a single family home, of what the intrinsics are, throw it in the comment section and maybe I'll address it in a future video. This has been a really highly sought after topic amongst a bunch of my buyers, and I'm really glad that we could spend a few minutes on it. Tune in next week. We're gonna have part 2 on this to show you the affordability difference between a single family, a townhouse, and a condo in Pinellas County for $350,000. It's a totally attainable value if you're just starting out, or maybe you're downsizing. It's a really good price point, and we'll just show you how far your dollar can go on either of these properties so you can make the value proposition that you've been looking for. And as always, thank you so much for watching and for listening. It's been a pleasure to put out this content for you, and be sure to go ahead and follow my Facebook and Instagram, and maybe soon YouTube pages, at Properties by Steven. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Thursday.